Hello, students. I have been checking some of the papers that you handed in yesterday, homework A and homework B, which was on the short answer response, how to complete those questions. And what I'm seeing is that I think that extra break, that extra week off, hurt us. Because it seems to me that what was coming very easily in class on week 6 somehow got mixed up in people's brains, and it's not coming across as being as straightforward as it can be and as it needs to be. All right, so what I want to do is do a quick review of information from week 6 and also information that we got in class yesterday, because that was also related to the short answer response. And the reason that I want to do this is because I want you to be successful with your homework assignment. I don't want you to spend all sorts of time and then hand it in to me and find out that actually you didn't do it correctly, all right? And a lot of it is hanging on the success of the thesis statement, okay? Before we go any further, everyone get this handout. You received it week 6. Those of you who weren't at the week 6 lecture, you would have received it yesterday in that folder of papers that I had for you to take home, all right? So everyone get this, pull it out. If you go to your folder and you go to your stuff and you can't find it, email me and I will send it to you. There's no judgment. I lose papers myself, but I want you to have this because this is very important information. Because what you're going to find out is as we get going, instead of short answer response equals thesis statement plus supporting statement plus closing statement, it's going to say things like paragraph equals, essay equals. Okay, what we're doing right now, we're only going to build on. So if you're shaky with this part, unfortunately, I think that will continue to haunt you in the weeks ahead. And I don't want that. I don't want that for you guys. All right, so let's take a look. I just said what the short answer response is, okay? The hinge of the short answer response really is the thesis statement. The thesis statement is nothing more at this point in your academic writing. It is nothing more than restating the question. So you're taking the question and you're rewording it so that it's no longer a question, but it's a statement, all right? In the worksheet that we did in class, question A, what tasks should a student complete before reading a textbook assignment? We're going to take that question and change it to a statement. We're not going to answer the question. We're not answering the question yet. We're just restating it. Before reading a textbook assignment, there are several tasks a student should complete. That's it. That's it. In the supporting sentences, you're going to tell me what those reasons are, but you don't have to tell me that yet. Okay? Let's take a look at question C on the back page. What things are necessary for a sentence to be complete? In the short answer response style that we're looking for here, the 3 to 5 sentence, the 4 to 6 sentence length, whichever you're being directed, you create the thesis sentence first. You don't just start answering the question. What things are necessary for a sentence to be complete? The thesis statement is, there are a few things necessary for a sentence to be complete. It didn't start telling the person, the reader, the teacher, whoever, what those things are. I'm going to save that for my supporting sentences. All right? Let's take a look here. Some questions from the homework. What are some of the attributes of St. Gregory the Great that made him such a beloved leader of the church? To set that up into a short answer response, you're not going to start answering the question per se in that first sentence. You're going to restate the question. There are many attributes that made St. Gregory the Great a beloved leader of the church. Then with my supporting sentences, I will answer the question further. Okay? So, saying he was holy and loved music is not a thesis sentence. Okay? You may have answered the question, but that's not what your assignment was. Your assignment was to develop a short answer response. So you could say, there are many attributes that made St. Gregory the Great a beloved leader of the church. For example, he was holy and loved music. Okay. What are some of the attributes of St. Gregory the Great that made him such a beloved leader of the church? There are many, but I think there are three main reasons. Okay. Again, that's not a thesis statement. You could say, there are three main attributes that made St. Gregory the Great a beloved leader of the church. Okay? Then you list your supporting information. Okay? Another example. What successes followed the death of St. Patrick? All right, let's change that question to a thesis statement. Many successes followed the death of St. Patrick. You'll notice I didn't start listing them. I didn't say what the successes were. I'm kind of leading the reader along. Okay, so if you had what successes followed the death of St. Patrick, and your thesis statement is Ireland was completely Catholic. You answered the question, but you didn't answer it in short answer response style, which was what the assignment was asking you for. Okay. Less than 2 centuries after St. Patrick's death, Ireland had become completely Catholic. That is a fantastic sentence. It's an excellent sentence, but it's not the thesis statement that we would be looking for. You could say, many successes followed the death of St. Patrick, such that in 2 centuries, Ireland had become completely Catholic. Then you could say, the missionaries he left behind continued to convert the pagans. Ireland was completely Christian 2 centuries later. So you need to develop it, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be sending an email. And in that email, I'm going to have 5 questions. You don't have to answer the questions. You just have to change them into thesis statements and email them back to me. I want you to do that before you do any more of the writing assignments, because I want to make sure you understand what you're supposed to be doing for your thesis statement. Okay? So watch for the email. When you reply to the email, reply just to me. Don't hit reply all. Because I don't want everybody to read what your answers are, and I'm sure you don't either. So make sure when you reply to the email, you reply just to me. All right? Good. I hope this helps. Stay in contact with me if you're just not getting what a thesis sentence is or how to develop it, and I would be more than happy to help you guys. All right. God bless you. Good luck.